I want to bring. Well, actually, I can apply the political gadfly title to Shaun McCluskey. Yeah, you didn't pot stirrer. You just like to stir. You just like to stir.
I get on my big stick every now and then.
That's just. Hey, so you know, Grinnell was reiterating what Steve Kozachik was saying. You and I were talking about what I'm trying to do with getting a ballot initiative together, and I'm learning more and more about this every day. Like a bit of an update. I got a meeting today. We're going to be working with somebody to craft some language to get it so we can start getting signatures, try to take that next step. But to back up a little bit, you were saying, from your understanding in terms of defunding the modern streetcar to potentially use that money for roads, it's too specific to that because it's part of that bigger package.
Correct. You're going to have to go after the whole package, not just the individual projects. Because if that were the case, then you would stop the current widening project, you would stop the Fort Wall intersection. You know, they wouldn't be able to do these individual projects. So you have to go after the whole thing,
right,
and stop all of it. But then what do you do with the federal money that's attached to it as well?
Well, I got to get that back. Well, how much have they spent?
That's a great
question. You know, when you go on the Modern Streetcar webpage, and I'm sure it's been updated constantly. But when you look at the graph on there, you know, there's some very interesting graphs that show how much work's actually been done and how much work needs to be done. And my understanding is so far all we've really done is move some water lines and done some of the underground work that probably would have needed to be done
necessary.
Anyways, right?
Absolutely, because of the decaying pipes and such.
Right.
And how close proximity the water lines were to the electrical lines it's not very good. But with only spending such a minimal amount, the question is, can we do it?
Right. Well, it's what's interesting is that it seems like there's a convergence going on because you've got Steve Kozachik saying divert 20% of the total take. But again, if they want to do that, and you've got John Cromco looking at a ballot initiative, isn't that going to the same pot that I was trying to go after as well?
I believe it is.
Okay, so then he's going to have to do the same thing. So it looks like we could end up actually having a convergence of one larger effort to recall the whole package.
Which would be neat because you get a great dichotomy of different organizations or different physical groups because Cromco's group and your group and my group are all different groups.
Sure.
And Steve's group's different.
Right.
You get those four groups working concurrently towards the same game, you might pull this off.
Well, what's interesting is that I think a lot of the outrage or concern and individuals stepping forward recently about the roads is the sudden realization, and I'm a part of this as well, the sudden realization that something could actually be done. I think most people can we've always had this mentality in Tucson where, because the leadership puts it forward, that, oh, it's done, it's over, you can't do anything about it. Unless it's advantageous for them, which is interesting.
Yes.
Whenever they want to find the money, they seem to somehow find the money. So when you just start having these discussions of what if, which the local leadership doesn't like, and suddenly people go, oh, and even myself, you go, oh, so we can do that. I mean, my whole thought on this whole thing, I believe, came about with, it was Frank Antonori.
Yeah, Frank on the show.
I was talking with Frank on the show, and he was like, well, sure, you can do that. And I was like, huh?
And then you and I talked about it.
Yeah.
I started doing a little research on my end, and I found out which models you're going to hit. No pun intended there, but...
Suddenly, I feel like there's going to be a lot more meetings afoot in the near future with a lot of different people. But I really do think, and it's funny, we got an interesting group around us right now of friends of the show. I really do think, though, that everybody seems to be going, yeah, kill it all. Let's kill it all and start fresh. Let's kill the streetcar, let's kill the old road projects, and let's start fresh from the ground up. It's almost like that idea, and this goes back a couple years though, like the idea of taking the budget of the Tucson City budget and reducing it to zero and starting
zero-based budget.
Starting with the ground up and come back up again. So,
well, I mean, also look at what they've done with SunTrade. When we started this in 2009, when you and I first met, they were at $30 million. This year's budget's going to be at $45. Why can't we just take that $15 million from the city and stick it into the roads?
Oh, because poor people need to ride the bus for free.
I understand that, but let's cut back on the Teamsters. Let's cut back on the expense there, and give back to the city employees.
I still like my idea. Did you hear my idea yesterday?
Which was
if we strip the subsidy that we get, go back to the $750,000 we're required to pay. Okay, so take that other $42 million. We'll back out $1 million. Back out $1 million to subsidize SunTrade. Give us $42 million. Then at roughly about $8,000 a used car, buy about 6,000 used cars, give those to the people who ride the public transportation to carpool, who won't have it anymore, right? And then we next year take the rest of that $43 million and we go and we fix all the roads.
I got the same thing with the trolley.
No,
Same thing.
no, I got to kick keys.
They're on the bus for a reason.
They're on it. Oh, you know what I'm driving in cars? Is that what you? Yeah, I guess occupy in vehicles is not something that really.
I will tell you this though, that early on, like the 60s and 70s, when different ethnic groups arrived in Tucson, certain people with certain factions wouldn't take the bus, and they created their own internal little cab companies. And they would transport people back and forth, and they would do different deeds, and they would barter and trade. So the whole carpool idea is not so far.
No, I like rickshaws.
A little hard to do in 105.
What's a little sweat?
We reduce obesity.
You know what? We'll find a company that can build misters for them, right? You know, we'll replace the city council leadership Priuses with rickshaws.
Hey, now you're totally green.
Now we're going green, and we can actually give some people some jobs. They can pull the rickshaws.
We'll be reducing jobs there because every time they pull into city council, there's a little carporter that takes gas.
That's right. See what I did there? We had this whole really legitimate, serious conversation about actually using the public roads, and I reduced it to rickshaws. 751-1041 is the phone number. Good to hear from you, sir. We're going to talk with Sean McCluskey again next week. Got some interesting things afoot inside TUSD. We'll discuss with him. James T. Harris hopefully remembered that he used to come out to Chick-fil-A. Oh, is he here? He's here.
Oh, yeah.
Where is the beautiful man? Usually I can smell his manliness when he gets within about 15, 20 feet. So, a lot of Axe body spray James T. Harris is wearing. We're live at Chick-fil-A at the Yukon Mall for Thank a Cop Day. It's the John Justice Show on 104.1 The Truth, Tucson's News Talk FM.